Good morning, good morning. Happy Tuesday. I hope everyone's having a great morning so far. No trades for me so far this morning. Kind of the same thing as yesterday. Just no price action that I like to see. Had a couple of good moves. The only thing that really showed up so far today was the version of intraday swinging that I said that I would likely implement at some point. Probably going to backtest that probably this weekend. Since it's not anything that I have to like do additional to what I'm doing. And yeah, that set up a couple of times this morning actually. And let's see, the first time, I think it's gonna always be the same thing, like a 30 tick stop loss for 115 tick take profit. But yeah, just nothing so far. Just nothing so far. So just waiting for a setup. I did look at the trades from yesterday, and just as I thought, I think there was only one loss that couldn't really be mitigated. Everything else was fine. Actually, the very last trade that I took, I didn't even realize that. Well, I realized afterwards because I remember pointing out, like, I don't think I like this trade because we bounced off the buy rotation level and we were going for a sell. That was an absolute no-no. I don't even know what I was thinking, because I know I can trade going back towards the rotation levels, but I need to be trading in the same direction of the buy rotation level, meaning like if the previous swing touched a sell rotation level and I'm going in for a sell, or vice versa for a buy, cool. But I cannot sell going back to a buy rotation level, which I kind of already knew. I don't know. So yesterday should have been like a $400 and something day per account, but we live, we learn, and we move forward. Good morning, Rio. How are you? Oh, it's way too bright. Good morning, good morning. But yeah, so I'm just gonna be patient. Just still nothing. But yeah, the intraday swing definitely set up twice this morning. I think it was either twice or 3 times, so could have been up over 200 ticks. The only thing I don't know is if I want to trade like a specific account for it or not, because it would be pretty easy for me to just quickly change the account that I'm trading on. So that might be a thing. I'm not really sure, because it does set up probably at least once a day, especially on like really choppy days. So I don't know. We'll see. After I backtest it, we'll see. But I definitely am pretty sure that I am going to implement that. I'm going to make sure it's always a retest of the zone, not the initial move of the zone, but I might also look to see if there's like a consistent volume pattern for the initial touch of the zone as well, because there are times where it pushes from the initial zone. So we'll see. We will see. We will see. I really still want to try to figure out which freaking, let me see, what chart that was that I had pulled up that day. I do remember I had this oscillator. What the heck is that? Oh. Good morning, Trenches. Alright, I was creating an ATM for the swing trade. Even though I'm not ready to trade it just yet, but I might trade it on Sim. If it shows up again today, I might trade it on Sim. All of this price action is so trifling. But my levels are out of order, so I can see that it would be this way. Like, where did it go out of order? It basically went out of order right here. This bar right here. So, and then we started the choppiness. So it's pretty easy for me to see when consolidation is coming most of the time. How are you doing this morning, Trenches? What that P&L looking like? Oh, yeah. You just got nothing on top of nothing on top of nothing. Oh, I want to change the name of this so I know. Alright, I need to change the color of this. Hopefully we can break out of this trash. Then I'll be able to get something going. Created a new session high. You're right about 500. It's been pretty ugly this morning. I mean, look at how big the wicks are. On a 5-minute chart, that looks crazy. That looks crazy. And I mean, I'm kind of zoomed in, so. But I mean, there's still, the wicks are still like 30 points on some of them. That's insane. Let me save. I'll just put it over there. $153. Actually, I don't think I like that. I'm glad I got out. I don't normally like, this sounds very weird, but on my divergence trades, I don't really like taking buys when the level is green. I like taking it when it's red because that just means that this was the old level. You see, that was the old changeover level there. So yeah, that's why I got out, and I'm glad I did. I would have lost. I always prefer for it to be red if I'm going in for a buy. Now, if I'm going in for a regular pullback, I do want it to be green, but for divergence, I want it to be opposite, basically. $153. And it would have been a loss just to create a double bottom and go exactly where I wanted it to go, but that's why I don't trade at that level like that. Because it happens quite often. Oh, that's what I was doing. Hikinashi swing. Try to get into the sale, y'all. We didn't get filled. Didn't get filled. Oh, well, that's why. You know what? It would probably... Actually, I'll just show y'all here. So, entry here, but you could see it literally just skipped. So there was no way. There was literally no drawdown. So there was no way for me to get filled. Alright, so we new trend here again. Data series. Middle. Good morning, Mike. How are you? Good morning, good morning. I don't need that song down there anymore. Oh my goodness, I just realized my trade copier wasn't on. It was just a break even anyway, but I'm glad I just went and looked. I'm listening to 3 other streamers and nobody's taking trades. Nobody. And we all trade so different, but nobody's taking trades. I think I wanted to do... Not that. Trying to see if I can recreate this swing trading setup that I created a couple of days ago. But I was just playing around with stuff. But I feel like that range was not right. Let me see. Let me go back to tomorrow. Go back to tomorrow. Child, what? Go back to yesterday. Maybe this was it. I don't remember. Let's see. Nope, I thought we would get a sell out of that, but we decided to reject off the bottom of the zone instead. Alright, let's see what we got here. Minor levels in front. Now we're pushing. We just rejected off the prior close level though. I need a bar status over here. It is 9:30 and I still don't have any trades. Alright, 16, 1.5. 32, 3. No, that zone is too big. Stick with that one. Necessarily caring to seek validation. All I said was my cousin said make videos. Oh my gosh. Some guy he did a little something on the short. You're at 250. So he made some of it back. Okay. Some guy came into, first he was in Alpine stream, I think yesterday. Came in saying that he made 1.2 million in payouts or something this month and blah blah blah. So he came in and did the same thing in Nutty stream this morning and was like, my cousin told me you make payout videos, say something nice about me or something like that, like, you know, when he makes the video. Nutty asked him when because he doesn't remember seeing his name, and he said this month. So Nutty basically asked him, that's what I've been over here listening to. Nutty basically asked him to send him an email with proof, you know? And so the guy's like, oh, you know, I don't even have social media. He's like, I don't feel comfortable sending you an email with my first and last name. Like, he's like, just like there are people who, you know, make $100,000 in payouts and they don't mind people knowing their name, and next thing you know they have a course, blah blah blah. Like, that's not what I'm trying to do. So Nutty was like, you don't even have to send me anything with your full name. Like, I just want proof of what you're saying. And the guy's just like beating around the bush. And for me, it's like, I mean, we were just talking about how if I get to a certain point in payouts, or when I get to a certain point in payouts, I wouldn't be advertising it. And I'll probably stop showing my P&L at a certain point. But it's like, you went into these two people's streams unsolicited. They did not ask you to come there. You came over there, and even though you didn't do it in a braggadocious type of way, you still went in there talking about you being in the top payouts. So if you didn't want them to question it, because there have been people who go around and, yeah, I got XYZ in payouts, whatever, and when it came down to it, they were lying. So for you to go into the stream of the person who makes the payout videos and then you don't want to send him proof, what the hell did you come over there for? He didn't need to know that your cousin told you about his videos that he makes. I'm confused. I'm so confused. He's like, how much one made isn't necessarily caring to seek validation. All I said was my cousin said you make videos to pay out, say good things about me, but you didn't have to do that. And did you expect for him and everybody else to just take you for your word? Like, that's not how that works. Good morning, True Seeker. Good morning. We are an hour in and I have not taken, well, I have taken a single trade, but I got out of it at break even, thank God, because it would have lost. I almost forgot that I cannot take divergence buys at the certain, like those green support levels. I have to take them at the red ones. It sounds very awkward, but it's a thing. So I got out of it, thank goodness. But yeah, we just are not really seeing much, which for me, it's better than a red day, so I'll take it. I will take it. All right. That's 334. Nope. My goodness. It's like every time it looks like it just wants to do a normal pullback, it does not. It does not. I did have a setup on the little swing trading strategy that I'm looking at on the 30-second Heikinashi. The setup was pretty much at like 917, and I would still be in the trade. The entry like was somewhere up in like the 920 level. That would be like a second way I would do swing trading. But like I said, if I decided to implement swing trading again, it would definitely be on one specific account, because it's not like it's something that I want to do. But for days like this, it sets up pretty well, so why not, kind of thing, you know? Because there was one setup at the 848 candle, and it was a pretty big swing up, probably like 250 ticks. And the current one, it's like 230 ticks right now. I'm using an indicator that's created by the same person that created this market structure indicator. And basically I use this little channel thing that he has to determine kind of when we've reached the extreme high or low for that particular time frame, and just trade it like that basically. This choppiness is insane. So if I see it set up again, I'm gonna just take it on sim. Just kind of waiting for it to hit the extreme level right now. Just wait till Powell speaks today at 1:15. Baby, I'm gonna be gone. You know I'm gonna be gone. Nope, Husk, no trades today so far, unfortunately. But I'll take 0 over red. So, alright, so we've reached this extreme level. Let me put a chart trader over here. Alright, so I'm looking on the 30-second chart because I want to try this little swing trade. Except I don't really want... We're still... sorry, it's not all the way ready yet. Still hasn't changed. Back to where it bounced on me and ripped my face off. Finish short again unless it rejects the VWAP. Did it barely miss my entry? You gotta be kidding me. My entry was at 851. What did it come down to? 851.50. You bastard. Don't do me like that. Oh my goodness. This price action is so butt. Still nothing. Alright, that was the first touch. One, two, three, four. Looks like 5. Good morning, Applejacks. How are you this morning? I saw your comment on my YouTube. I just fell asleep after I saw it. It finally hit 151 yesterday. So what was the biggest thing where you two, I think I saw something about, you said once you get your timing together, were you just too early? Like too early where you would have had to sit through way too much drawdown. One, two, three, four. I tried to go along with my little swing trade that I'm trying out on the 30-second Heikin-Ashi. I didn't get filled. My entry was at 860.25. See if I like this better. Too early. Have some patience to wait for exactly what I want to see instead of shooting bullets and hoping. So if you would have waited to see exactly what you wanted to see, then you wouldn't have had to sit through so much drawdown. That means patience. Yep, you gotta have patience. Because why even subject yourself to the fuckery when you don't even have to? And it's about trusting yourself. You know what you're doing. Just gotta have the confidence that you know what you're doing and wait for what you're looking for. Is this financial advice? Do you show your P&L? Do you use a trade copy? Or have you ever gotten payouts? His P&L's right there on the screen. He literally has at the top, this is not financial advice. You have got to be trolling. Cause what? Not Helen Keller trading. I saw it as soon as I had to quit for the day because I did too much too soon. Well, how are you doing today? I know most people that I'm watching on YouTube have not really been taking trades. Well, Methodical Man has been taking quite a few trades, but I think that's because he does inverse FVGs on like a 1 minute chart. I think sometimes he does a 30-second as well. So he has quite a few setups that he can take. I think Nutty's only taken, let's see, one trade. Red 100, okay. You bringing it back, bringing it back. Bringing it back. You had patience and it paid off. Trade took a while though. But it's much easier to sit through something that you feel confident in because you waited for your exact setup versus sitting through it because you know you early and you know you shouldn't be in that trade yet. It's just a lot going on right now. A lot of nothing at that. Got a 1 bar pullback here, but I don't really want to take it because it's at the top. It's at the overnight high. So I'll just sit out. I mean, at this point, it's clear that I'm not going to have a lot of trades. So let's see, 5-1-25. 5. So I would just rather not take any that I'm iffy about. Oh, I forgot. Today has definitely been a day where I've been exercising my patience. Thought the shirt would be on because the short would be on because Apple's dumping, but Nvidia doesn't want to fall. We putting the market on its back, putting a lower high, and just bounced off. Bounced back over the VWAP, but the long still doesn't look good to me. Yeah, it's just doing a lot of consolidating. I mean, we basically my trend bias changed here to an uptrend, but you can see ever since we changed, we've been resisting off of the level. I believe every time we switch to a downtrend, like the market actually fell, except one time it did reject and actually go back up. But until we really clear this area and start really trading above it, I don't really feel comfortable taking buys. At least not the way it looks right now. Not right now. So we'll just have to see what happens. What is he, in a sell or a buy? Oh, he's in a sell. But yeah, we just keep rejecting off of the zone, so. And we're playing around the middle VWAP level at the same time. Also rejected off the current open up there too. That's this dash dot green line. My hair keeps touching my neck and it's bothering me because it feels like a bug. Just gonna put it up in a bun. All right, let's see. London tried my life today, had me ready to rage. You in this London session, I don't know how you do it. I mean, some days London can move quite well, but then other days when I go back, like I'll look at what the range looks like, right? The overnight range, and then sometimes I'm like, this is a pretty decent range. Let me go see what happened. But then other times I'm like, why is this range 5 points, 10 points? Who sat through that? All right, nothing here. Einstein of Wall Street, not even trading. He's currently outside on live. Who is the Einstein of Wall Street? Who that is? Right, Applejacks, who that? I want to know. Ooh. Damn, finally got a trade and we couldn't do nothing. Jesus Christ. That sucks. That sucks. We just couldn't even push. Finally got the trade and couldn't push. I hate losses like that. Like, I wasn't wrong. I was just early. Peter, you've seen his face plus hair. What? $224. Trying to make sure I didn't make any mistakes with that trade. I didn't. There's nothing I could do. Sometimes I be wanting to, like, if I miss it, just don't trade it. But then I don't like doing that because if I can get in, I would rather get in because I'll be mad if I didn't get in and I would have won. And that was one of the times where I was able to actually still pull it off. You know what? I feel like I looked at this at some point. I'll look at it again today. It was divergence at my major level, and the other type of divergence, I don't let the The other type of divergence at my major level, I don't let the level go through the bar of the entry candle, which it did right here. But I don't really have a rule for that particular divergence, but I feel like I need to. But I'll just have to look, because it could just be, hey, I just lost this time, and that's okay. But it could also be a specific pattern. I feel like I wrote this down somewhere though already, but I'll have to look. So I feel like, but like I was telling you guys yesterday, the biggest problem is that sometimes the majority of the data that I have comes from the days where there was a lot more movement and I would get more trades. So if it works on the days where there's more trades, but not on the days like today where there's not a lot of trades, well, then we have to filter that out. So, and I know for sure I looked at this somewhere. On one of these days, I know I did. But like I said, it could just be a, hey, it just lost this time. I thought I did. I guess I did not. I think I only wrote down the other divergence that happens that way. Can't take a divergent sale no matter what right here, because we be going back towards both of these levels, the prior close and the current open. So I'm really just waiting for a pullback to see if we can get into a buy. I don't know why I thought I wrote that down. I guess I did not. Well, that's what I'll be looking at today. It's really the only thing. Yeah, that's impossible for me to do. Rejected off the VWAP. $465. I mean, this is the most annoying price action ever. I swear to you. Alright, we're below 1,000 and draw down on the account that renews in 2 weeks. It's not what we want. That's an old song. $465. Probably won't do much to the afternoon, yeah. Pretty much. But I'm trying to stick it out. I'm trying. Yeah, that's impossible for me to do. It's just so boring. This is a buy that I used to take, but the other day I realized that it was causing me some issues. Yeah, I can't take that. Basically, when it's a regular pullback like this, higher low, higher high, higher low, and it rotates over the VWAP, there's a specific volume pattern that cannot show. There's two actually, and it showed on that one, and you see it would have lost. And I really didn't notice it until I think I looked at it this past weekend. got here? Nope. Still nothing. Would it be easier for me to just... Second day in a row of beautiful weather in New England. Blessings. Yeah, the weather's been all over the place. Because we got warm here sometime in April, but then we just hit a really crazy cold front. But it's been 80 degrees for the last couple of days here. I know when I was out and about... What day was that? I don't even remember. What day was that? I don't know. I don't remember what day it was, but it was 85 and I was ready to get back in the house. Big time. Okay, so I'm currently looking through the data that I have for that particular setup that I took that lost, and I actually think I need to have the same exact volume requirements as the other divergence trades that I take at that level. Yeah, because it looks like the couple of times that it set up the way that I took it today, lost. Lost. So, let's see, 190. I was gonna take the buy if it pushed from there, but it did not. And then we push horse. But yeah, it looks like every time it is set up, I need to look for a more strict volume pattern. Yeah, legit. Every time it's set up with the more strict volume pattern, it won. So we're just gonna make that change. That's easy to remember because it's literally the same volume pattern I look for on the other divergence at that level. Looks like it won one time with the pattern that I have right now, or that I just took. But that day there were quite a few setups, so I wouldn't miss out on that win, honestly. Let's see. See if I can find any more examples. Don't think so. Doesn't count. Did this set up yesterday? It did not. Alright. Yeah. I'll actually write them out when I get off the stream. Okay. Alright, so I'll go and write all that stuff out in a bit. Alright. See if we get anything else. No, you're gonna freeze my charge. I did not mean to do that. Every time we have like a decent breakout, then we push so far on the pullback that I can't even get into the damn trade. It's pretty annoying. $27. Apparently none of the coupon codes are working right now. We know there are issues with the 80% code. While buying TradeOvate accounts, we're working on it. Bro, please. Like, what the All right, well, I was looking for the sale, but not anymore. Not anymore. It just had too much volume in that candle, unfortunately. And there would have been the loss. I'm not gonna lie, on days like this, it irritates me because I just like, man, I could be back on the 12 tick chart for this. Like, what the hell? Open up the 12, see what it looks like. So one thing I'm not gonna lie that I was thinking about doing was legit just taking all divergence trades only on different tick sizes or brick sizes on the Rinkos and just leaving it at that. I definitely thought about that. And I still actually might do it, I'm not gonna lie. Just all divergence only. Still pretty much like keep my same setup so I can see, you know, the different levels and stuff like that, but absolutely just trade divergence. I would do a 12 tick, 16 tick, and probably a 20 tick chart. Just leave it at that. Because I feel like I would get way more opportunities, especially on like a smaller tick chart, of course. but like sitting through this is, yeah. Have no desire at all. Matter of fact, I guess this basically would be a day like Friday where I just wouldn't have any trades, which is fine, but I'm not here for that. Just not. Thank you, Obi. I truly appreciate it. Guys, my charts are frozen because I just pulled up a 12-tick chart and I'm loading my indicators on there so I can see what kind of divergence happened today. But for whatever reason, it's taking way longer than it typically would. What are we doing here? Alright, we'll just close that. No biggie. I'll just look at it later. That's gonna irritate me. But yeah, maybe I'll have a 12-tick chart open and just take all divergence trades on a 12-tick chart and pretty much use the same volume requirements that I use right now. Just go from there. Because this is painful to sit through, like painful. I just can't. I just can't. It's driving me crazy. Say this default is market's not even moving fast enough for this chart to not load fast. What indicator is causing the problem here? I don't even know. Oh, I knew what you meant, Obi. It's all good. I knew what you meant. Okay, I'm gonna try this one more freaking time. I don't know what's causing this to not load. It's probably the zigzag indicator, probably. I'm not even sure. Try again. I got too much power on my computer for us to be doing this. Bet you it's the freaking zigzag. Collection was modified. Was retesting the balance line. This thing is gonna make me mad. Oh, it's actually that indicator. Oh wait, no it's not. Yeah, I would rather be on the 12 tick chart for this. I'd rather watch paint dry. Classic W pattern off the lows. This is a classic. I shouldn't have traded today. Cause what the? No, it's just a very, very, very annoying market. Extremely. For me at least. But I know it's bad when practically everyone who I watch trades so different and everybody hated the market conditions today. That's pretty bad. Yep, there's a divergence trade. That's not one. I'm just going through today on a 12 tick chart to see what kind of divergence trades set up today. Because maybe that's what I'll do instead of, well, I still want to add the intraday swing setup from what I already trade. But I probably also would just add a 12 tick chart and just take divergence trades on there. Because that's better than this crap. It's just better. 462. Let me close this 12 tick chart. W patterns at the lows and patterns at the highs. So simple, it is hard. Applejacks, you and your lunch, baby. No, I'm actually starving today. I ate lunch. I ate dinner too early, like an hour too early, and I'm feeling it. And I still have 3 hours before I break my fast. I can always break my fast earlier. It doesn't really bother me like that, but I prefer eating from 2 to 10, and I ate dinner at like 8 o'clock instead of 9:30. So that extra hour and a half is kicking my ass. I've already drank my bottle of alkaline water. I drink one of these every morning. And then I'll typically have like about 12 ounces of tea. And then sometimes another maybe like 20 ounces of water before I ever break my fast. But I didn't drink as much this morning. I'm gonna drink my tea right after I get off the stream. Journaling obviously is not gonna take long this morning since I only took 2 trades. And then I already kind of skimmed through the trades that mimic the loss that I had today, and I already know that I'm just going to start looking for the same volume pattern as the other divergence at that level, so that won't take long to write all of those out, and then I'll be done for the day. Today has been ugh. But still, as I said before, at least with me knowing that today would basically be like Friday where I just don't have a trade at all. Yeah, it could be annoying, but it's better than being red, so. But that's also why open 225. That's also why I want to add in the intraday swing with the setup that I already have, because that setup 2 or 3 times. I know for sure 2, and they both won for 115 ticks each. So yeah. Sounds like Methodical is getting off. He's over it. He is over it. I am too. I am too. Yeah, days like today, I would just flip a contract and go about my business. Red 54. You're gonna be a plant for lunch regenerating the sun. What that's gonna do for your stomach? You're red 54. Did you ever get back? No, you didn't get back. Okay, so you went from red 100 to red 54. Almost there. Almost break even. Depending on how long you stay for. Good to know I'm not the only one. What is it? 15. Yeah, Methodical is out of there. Is Nutty still on? Yeah, he's eating lunch. Husk is still on as well. actually don't want to see a push down here. It's not what I want. It's not what I want. But if we push down here and then we rotate up for the pullback, as long as we do not touch 96.50. You know what? Just do whatever you want to do. Because that's clearly what you're going to do anyway. Like, what the I'm going to go to the bathroom. Oh, geez Louise, people. Your lowest point was red 615. You know what? You brought that all the way back. From 615 to 54. You did that. You did that. This shit is so annoying. Powell, just stop speaking. Matter of fact, give up your position. We don't like it. We don't like it. You fuck up the markets every time you want to talk. Or start speaking in the morning. No more afternoons. Because I'm gone by the time the market moves. And I'm not coming back. I'm not coming back to the charts. Okay? I'm not. Y'all, I'm so irritated. The old me would have went on tilt and been and doubled down and been red 1600. But you know what? You learn from your mini tilt. Or what did you say it was? You didn't say mini tilt. I forgot what you said the other day. Like, this is just, why? Why? I don't understand. I just don't. know what? I want to see something else. No sale there. Screw you. Like, I'm so over it. It's not even funny. I'm over here looking at trend lines. 1037. What are them? Ah, okay. Let me do this. Let's do this. All right, we got a 1 bar pullback. I'm gonna take it. So why not? Hopefully we can push through the VWAP. Hopefully we can push through because I don't have any rules to break even at a VWAP on a 1 bar pullback. Maybe I need to. Maybe I fucking need to. Maybe not. What is this? What is this? Can you please just go take profit, please? No. I'm going the wrong way. You're going the wrong way. This is brutal. One more tick in that direction and my stop loss will move to break even. We keep attempting to reject off the VWAP though, so we're creating outside bars there. And we've been in this trade way longer than my comfort level. Hallelujah. Alright, so I guess I would really just have one trade today, which would be that 1 bar pullback that happened at 10:52. That's nuts. You know what? It's like the market wants me to trade past 11 o'clock. Why? Why can't you just do what I want you to do when I want you to do it? This is the most irritated you've seen me. Cause I just don't understand Applejacks. I don't. Slight tilt, yeah, that's the phrase that you use. It's like irritation from, okay, I'll say this. Every week I'm making progress, right? And I've been saying this since the beginning. Despite red days, I'm making progress because the red days causes me to go back and look at every single loss and compare it to other setups of the data that I have at the time and see, okay, do we need to make things stricter, make it looser requirements, whatever, cool. But then it's like the closer I get to feeling like, all right, we got this squared away, we should be good. Then I have days like today where I can't even test it out. Like yesterday actually was even though we didn't really have any movement until after 9:15, yesterday was still a pretty decent day. Like, I was about to say, I don't know where I threw my notebook, but yesterday, if I only include the trades that I should have taken out of the ones that I did take, and also included trades that I did not take, then I should have had like 12 trades yesterday, one of which hit the take profit level before I would have been able to enter. So it would have been like 6 wins, a loss, and 4 break evens. It's just I had those couple of things that I had to kind of work out with those, right? So it just gets annoying because it's like you want to see good market movement the closer you are to solidifying your strategy, and then we have days like today where you can't do shit. Like, and then I think also because I am scalping, right? The whole purpose of me developing a scalping strategy is so that I don't have to sit here from 8:30 a.m. to 10:52 a.m. before I end up getting a valid trade, you know? But then at the same time, it's like I could just be one of those people who just fucking hit buy and sell and keep it moving. But I want like a solidified, rule-based strategy because that's the only way that my brain works. And it'll be a lot easier if I teach it at some point, if that's what I decide to do. But yeah, it's just like, I don't ever want to watch paint dry, but I'd rather watch paint dry because that's what it's supposed to do. The market ain't supposed to be doing this. But yeah, why not scalp on paper versus an evaluation to save money? Because it's no point. I mean, the biggest thing for me is like, initially I was doing it because I wanted to make sure that my strategy would work well with the trail and drawdown. But since I'm only scalping for 18 ticks at a time, then when I'm hitting the drawdown, it's just because my strategy is not ready yet, right? Well, first of all, let me just say, when I came to YouTube, I thought the way that I was trading was how I was going to trade. So I had no idea that my strategy was going to do a complete 180 and be completely different than, I wouldn't say completely different, but being more volume based, there's like a lot more requirements versus what I was doing before. So yeah, I could save money, but you have to understand, I don't reset, I don't do any of that. Like I was spending $150 a month on evals. I had the same accounts and that was that. So I'm not one of those people that has been spending a lot. Like I bought my first Apex account in May of 2022. Now I haven't been actively trading them this way since then, and actually for a long time it was just sitting there, right? I've only spent like $3,700 total, even including the one PA fee that I paid whenever I accidentally passed that PA. But I've spent $3,700 in 2 years. So it's really not much of a big deal for real. And also, I've but I've traded live before. I've made money, I've lost money. So losing $3,700 in 2 years is like literally nothing. But yeah, I mean, I could do that, but it doesn't. Paper trading is just so different no matter what. That's why you'll have people who, like, I'll give you a good example. There's a guy, I think it was last week, I think I talked about it last week, where he was saying that he learned ICT for 2 years, okay, paper trading it. Then for the last year, he's been actively trading it on evals and stuff like that, and he just can't find his groove, right? So obviously, if he paper traded it for 2 years trying to learn, he felt confident enough thinking that he got the strategy together to start spending money on evals, and he still just feels like it doesn't work for him, right? Really, to me, I see this as paper trading as well, because it's not my money that I'm losing anyway. But there's just a different mindset that you have when you're sim trading versus trading on the evals or trading on PAs. And for me, I don't really have a mindset shift personally, because I don't go on tilt. I don't do any of that. Like, my red days are just because my strategy is still in the developmental stages. But for most people, trading on sims not going to do anything for you. You can sit here and make 10 grand paper trading, and as soon as you get to an account that actually matters, then you just start losing. You'll lose $10,000 because it's just a different mindset, right? But yeah, the most that I would ever do is just cancel one of my 50Ks, but it would make no sense for me to do that. And the only reason I initially thought to do that is because I really think that when I move forward, I'm probably just going to continue stacking 25Ks and not really care much about the 50Ks. The only thing with the 50Ks, is that you can pull out more the first 3 months, which, of course, when you take that into account, the extra $500 across 20 accounts, then hell yeah, you want some 50Ks. But I don't know. I'm still trying to figure out which one I want to continue with. But yeah, that's kind of why I don't. It's no point. I was profitable swing trading. I just don't want to swing trade anymore, so that's why I'm doing this. Red $2. Look, take your $2 and go. Get out. It's 11 o'clock. That was just a money trade. Too bad I was red. I didn't want to put on my normal shares. Green. Oh, you're green $20 now. How much longer are you going to trade for? Are you going to trade all the way until Powell speaks? I have freaking eyelash in my eye. Jeez Louise. I could legit pop my contact out right now, take it off, and put it back in, but that creeps some people out because I don't need a mirror or anything. But anyway, all right, so let me show you guys the account. Thank God for that 1 bar pullback, honey. And thank God we were able to push through the VWAP, because ew. Today was ew. Watch an episode of BMF. I've never watched any episodes of that show. One of my best friends loves that show though. All right. These are out of order a little bit just because my leader account is the 22 account. But yeah, so I'm down, about $350 for the week per account because of yesterday, which is fine, whatever. So we just basically ended up break even with minus commissions. So going into tomorrow, we got $1,000 in drawdown on 2 accounts and $2,100 on the other. So the number 17 account, that one doesn't renew until the 1st. So as long as that one lasts until then, you guys know I don't really care. But yeah, the biggest thing today that I'm going to do is just go and look and write down all the trades that have the exact same setup as the one trade that I lost today. Like I said, just preliminary kind of skimming through the data, I can see that today was the loss. There was one other time where it was a win, I think. And I don't think I had it set up that way at all after that. So with it being something that's break even like that, and with me having like 6 weeks worth of data and it only setting up that specific way twice, maybe 3 times, then obviously let's just make the rules more strict and not worry about it, because all the other times that it's set up with the other volume pattern, that actually sets up the exact same volume pattern as my other divergence that happens at that level. It wins. I think it won every single time except maybe one, I think, but I feel like I didn't see a loss with that pattern. So we'll just make that rule a little bit more strict. So that's what I'm going to do when I get off of here. And hopefully tomorrow we have some decent movement. Let me see. Do we have news tomorrow? No, we got crude oil at 9:30, but that's low impact. So honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if we don't really have great movement until maybe Thursday, because Thursday we have 7:30 high impact news. So we'll see. It's kind of hard when you have an entire week of low impact news during the the morning session of the New York morning session. Kind of sucks, and we don't really go through that a whole lot. I mean, we do have medium impact news at 9 o'clock Thursday though too, so maybe that can move it a little bit. I don't know, we'll see. But that's it for me today. I thank you guys for tuning in. Rio, you have a great day as well. Please like the video on the way out if you haven't already. Subscribe if you haven't already. But other than that, I will see you guys bright and early tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. Central Standard Time. Enjoy the rest of you guys' day, because I will. See you guys tomorrow. Bye-bye.